Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we are going to talk about top 5 best GPS and speedometer for cyclists. Before starting this video, like this video and subscribe our channel for future updates. The greatest cycling computers can provide you with a wealth of information that you can use to track your ride and enhance your cycling performance. These days, it's rare to find a biker without a cycle computer attached to their handlebars. However, not all cycling computers are created equal. So what should you look for in one? Bike computers start at the price of a takeout pizza at their cheapest, but they can cost up to half the price of a competent bike. As you might anticipate, the number of features accessible increases considerably as you spend more money. A basic cycle computer may be all you need if all you want to know is how far and how fast you rode. It will be more compact, lighter, and have a longer battery life than a more expensive option. You might even find that a wireless cadence cycling computer meets all of your requirements at a reasonable price. The addition of mapping and navigation features usually necessitates a larger, more expensive cycle computer with a more sophisticated display. Connectivity to peripheral sensor devices is required for those interested in data such as heart rate, cadence, and power. The top 5 best GPS and speedometer for cyclists are listed below. Click the link below for product details and prices. Number 5. Garmin 1030 Plus. The top-of-the-line Edge 1030 Plus expands Garmin's top model's off-road capabilities. It's Garmin's largest device. But with its black bezel and gray case, it blends perfectly with the rest of the company's lineup. Garmin is one of the best in the market when it comes to navigation. The most significant update to this cycle computer is the addition of accurate maps of your home region as standard. This wireless bike computer has significantly enhanced navigation, including turn-by-turn directions even off-road, sharper mapping, and a much improved touchscreen that allows you to pinch and scroll the map, exactly like on a smartphone, making it the greatest cycling sat nav available. Surprisingly, setup is one of the highlights, and this update also borrows from mobile phone technology. The 1030 Plus imports activity data from your previous Edge 830 or 1030 via intelligent activity profiles, eliminating the need to program data fields and the need to ride the bike to ensure everything is working properly. It's just like setting up a new iPhone, except it takes less than 3 minutes instead of half an hour. It will take data from Garmin Connect if you don't have another Garmin device. We think this was the best Garmin update in a long time. Aside from its excellent user-friendliness, the Garmin Edge 1030 Plus is jam-packed with features and capabilities, including messaging and safety features, road and off-road navigation, training plan syncing, and nutrition and hydration alerts. It's a brilliant cycle computer that's like having a small coach on your handlebars at all times, but you have to pay for it. Number 4. Wahoo Elemnt Bolt. We love Wahoo's cycle computers because of how simple they are to set up and how reliable their software is. The Elemnt Bolt's contoured case and out-in-front mount, according to Wahoo, cut through the air with 50 less resistance than comparable cycle computers, which is a nice bonus if marginal gains are your thing. The data screens on this wireless bike computer are all controlled by a smartphone, so even if you don't have one, it's worth remembering if you don't. The Wahoo software is excellent, and we found it to be very user-friendly throughout our testing, making the Elemnt Bolt a very simple cycle computer to set up and use. Because of the black and white screen, the legibility of the cycle sat nav mapping was a touch lacking, though this has recently been upgraded to color. If mapping is more your thing, the Wahoo Elemnt Roam, which is a fantastic navigation computer, might be more up your alley. We think the Wahoo Elemnt Bolt is a strong competition for attention to the Garmin Edge 520, with larger mapping areas and a slew of smart bike functions, but not nearly the same detailed color screen or visuals. Number 3. Garmin Edge 1030. Everything from extensive cycling sat nav mapping to data analysis to the ability to monitor and connect with electronic group sets, and even other Garmin Edge 1030 devices is available on the wireless cycling computer that is the Edge 1030. While this cycle computer outperforms the Edge 820, the touchscreen pinch and zoom Garmin navigation feature is only available on the Garmin Edge 1030 Plus version, which means you'll have to navigate using the plus and buttons on the screen, which takes some getting used to after using a regular smartphone. The Edge 1030 is a superb cycling computer with a variety of features, functions, and compatibility, and is nearly identical to the Garmin Edge 1030 Plus in terms of working as a smart cycle coach and disseminating substantial data from its analysis before, during, and after your ride. Finally, unless you want all of these capabilities and/or a massive screen on which to view them, it's probably best suited to racers, and the rest of us would be better served by a less expensive cycle computer such as a Wahoo or a Garmin Edge farther down the ranks. The Edge 1030 has been phased out of Garmin's lineup, but some retailers still have stock, so you might be able to get a decent deal on it. Number 2. Garmin Edge 530 Best Cycling Computer. Anyone interested in joining the data squad with a Garmin, but unable to justify the higher-end models will be delighted to learn that the Edge 530 now replicates the Garmin Edge 830, but without the touch screen, which for some, including our reviewer, is a good thing. Although the buttons and system setup aren't quite as excellent as the Wahoo Elemnt Bolt, it's a highly wanted cycle computer that offers all of the performance of the bigger Edge 830 and most of the Edge 1030. There isn't anything on the market that compares in terms of size and capability. Number 1. Garmin Edge 830. We had a lot of fun with the Garmin Edge 830 and were really impressed with its design and touchscreen. We included it in the Editor's Choice Awards of Cycling Weekly for these reasons. The Edge 530 and Edge 830 have similar-sized profiles and display panels, making it difficult to tell them apart at first glance. The most significant functional differences are that the Garmin Edge 830 has a touch screen and can alter and create routes directly on the device, whereas the Edge 530 requires you to sync with your phone or PC. You have an entire suite of analyses at your fingers with a large amount of data, capabilities, and compatibility, which is probably more than most bike riders will ever need. It's tough to beat if you're the type of rider who likes to switch things up on the fly. Here are a few more. Bryton Rider 420e. The Bryton Rider 420 is one of the company's more affordable models. Every sensor under the sun is supported by the fully featured head unit, which also gives sophisticated data metrics like normalized power and TSS. While it lacks a color screen, it can provide turn-by-turn directions. However, you will be following a black line on a blank screen without one. Device setup can be done directly on the device or via the companion app, which isn't perfect but still works effectively. It also outlasts most other computers on the market, having a 35-hour battery life. It's equivalent to the Garmin Edge 130 or the Wahoo Elemnt Bolt, with roughly 77 accessible data fields, but it's not a fair competition because you lose maps and user-friendliness for the price savings. But if you're on a limited budget, it's a decent price for a functional unit. Lezyne Super GPS. The Lezyne Super GPS stands out due to its incredible price-to-performance ratio. For a tenth of the price of a Garmin, you can receive all of the Edge 510's connectivity and training features. The Lezyne Super GPS is totally functional, and the black and white screen and keys serve only to extend battery life. The Lezyne device, while not as smooth as the Wahoo Elemnt Roam or Bolt, can also be set up via its companion app, making it another user-friendly device. Cateye Quick Wireless Cycle Computer. When compared to a Garmin Edge 530 in terms of speed and distance accuracy, the Cateye Quick matched the more powerful unit digit for digit. Not bad for such a basic and, in the grand scheme of things, inexpensive equipment. It's also quick to read, and the out-front placement keeps it in the field of view. The battery life, along with all of Cateye's basic computers, is measured in years rather than hours. You do limit functionality with the wonderful simplicity. There is no compatibility beyond the wireless speed transmitter, and there is no way to keep track of your whereabouts because there is no GPS chip on board. The Cateye Quick is accurate, trustworthy, and, most of all, looks extremely great if you're seeking for a tidy and simple cycle computer with no linked features. What do you think about this video? Click the link below for product details and prices. Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.